I'm going to show you how I do scallop collars and sleeve bands. Now, I know there's lots of people that do this lots of different ways, but this is how I was taught to do it and how I'm going to show you how to do it. You start out with your rectangle of fabric, which is, this would be your selvage edge on this side. You cut your rectangle large enough that you can lay your collars and your sleeve bands on the same piece of fabric. Then, on the back side of this fabric, I iron a piece of German interfacing, which you can get at Farmhouse Fabrics. I love this interfacing. You iron that on your back. Then you will fold this in half from selvage to selvage. And then you will lay it out, get it around right. And then you will take your collar and cuff pieces of your pattern, which are these. You'll start with your collar. You have a center front. You will lay this on your fabric with the grain line, which goes up and down parallel to the selvage. I'll lay this on my fabric, just like so. I trace around it. As you can tell, I've already done it. Before I start, though, on the fabric, on the collar piece, I poke holes with a pin in each of these points. And that way, when you lay it on your fabric and you draw around it with your wash-away marker, you can put it on those dots and you will have a mark for your 1/4 inch seam line. Then I go back with the ruler. I take the ruler, I lay it down at 1/4 inch, and I mark all the way around so that I know to start sewing and come down and around and follow this line. Once I've done that, I will take it to the machine. I do that for both. This is your sleeve band. It's the same thing. This grain line is up and down. You lay it up and down your fabric. You trace it out. You do exactly the same thing. So then you have it all ready to sew. Now I'm going to pause and go sew it and come back and show you. Okay, we're back. I took the fabric to the machine and I set the stitch length at 1.8. And I started stitching, as you can see. If you come in closer here, I started stitching right on my stitching line here. And then, when you're finished with that one, you go back and you tick your needle over about 3 spaces to the right, and you go around it again to make a second row. And once you've done that, then you can go back and you can cut it out right on that second stitching line, just right around that second stitching line. And you can even trim it up more than I've done here, but get it right up next to that line. And so you do that on both of your collars and your cuffs. You have your collars and your cuffs. And then I'm going to show you what I do next. Okay, if you have a fabric folding pen, this fabric folding pen is wonderful. It has some kind of a liquid in it that I think has a fabric softener fluid in it. You mix with water, and you take that fabric folding pen and you just go right around the edges where you have just sewn of this, and you put it right, you apply it just right over your, you can see it's wetting the fabric, and you go, once you've clipped into your little points, but not clipping the point, the sewn stitch, you go around and you cover it with the fabric folding liquid. And once you get it done, you go all the way around it, make sure you get it good. So now you can see that it's saturated. You take the fabric and you're just going to fold it right sides out. And once you do this, you'll see how easy these scallops turn out. Then you can just fold it, you finger fold it, press it, finger press it, till you get them where that they should be. Then you can take it to the ironing board and press it. And you can see that they come out pretty dang good. I'll go press it, bring it back and show you. Now that it's pressed, you can see that we have nice little scalloped edge. Then you will take this band and you will join the ends together to make a circle. You bring this apart. you will sew these two pieces, your 1/4 inch, right across the ends, and when they come apart, then you will have a complete circle of a band that looks like this.
She made this. She watched Children's Corner is putting on these sew-alongs, and they are a free demonstration of how to construct their patterns. They've gone through several weeks now, and I believe this one was for 2 weeks ago. And you can find them. I'm sure they'll direct you to them from their website, but they also they have a YouTube page that you can go to. So this is the original right pattern from Children's Corner, and it was a pleated front. But what they have taught you is in the sew along is how to remove the pleats.
Oh, for the smocked.
For the smocked insert, yes, I'm sorry.
Insert.
And
yeah, and just make it a plain. Just make it a plain front.
Yeah. But then they have this PDF collar and cuff that you can purchase from them that makes just a boy's button-on. I mean, this is like the shocker, into an adorable girl's outfit. So here's what Regena brought in, and she used one of our brushed blue fabrics, 100% cotton, and this is just one of the 100% cotton dots that we have. But she finished it up, like brought this whole awesome garment together with these adorable, these are in the hoop shoes, and they are from SouthernStitchesBtiq, and the boutique they spell BTIQ, and they are so adorable with this outfit.
You know what? I didn't realize she used brushed cotton.
I thought it was
really
piqué at first,
I did too.
but yeah, it is a little brushed.
And then today she popped in and she made this little bonnet to go with it. And this is the one from Purl Soho. That's a free download. Purl is P-U-R-L. Soho, S-O-H-O. And we showed it some time ago, and Lila was making one for her new little cousin in Australia.
All right, y'all.
Look at this.
And I mean, it's just so cute.
That is precious.
So the right pattern is now available in the Basic for Boys 3, which is the Children's Corner pattern that we carry. But then you can find out how to do these adaptations, and then also their PDF purchase is separate from their website.
Now, and this little puffy sleeve,
that's
not
too.
in here.
That's
but
right.
if you have any Children's Corner patterns with a little gathered sleeve, it will fit in here because they make their patterns so the sleeves can be interchanged.
Their sleeves, yeah.
And this Basic for Boys 3 comes in, the sizes are 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, and 3. And so there are button-on shorts that are like the straight shorts for a little older boy. Even the baby ones are cute in those. Anyway, this is a great pattern, and they've combined some of their boy things in there.